Hello, my name's Marion Leyton. I grew up wanting to work with animals. I wanted to be a vet, but I messed around at school, so I went and did the next best thing and worked in a slaughterhouse. My parents were very proud of me working in a slaughterhouse and said it was the job they'd most wanted to do. My dad was a welder and my mum drove a steamroller. They were both huge carnivores, and they were huge. Not as huge as those poor people that need a crane to get up to go to the toilet and have a bath. No, not that huge. You understand? No. But we were one of the first people to have what you call a wet room installed, because they were a bit too big to get in the bath or the shower cubicles. So Dad did the whole bathroom out so he could have a shower whilst actually sat on the lavvy. It was great. It was a real time saver. It really was. So God bless Dad. He was very practical and forward thinking in that way. He really was. As I say, they were very, very proud of me getting that job in the slaughterhouse. But as I was growing up, Dad had openly told me many times he'd always wanted a son, and he was disappointed that his only offspring was female. But in later years he was chuffed to bits that I turned out more manly than most men. And I ended up doing so many great things with my dad. We'd go to the football together, drink in the pub, and he was tickled pink when people thought I was a bloke. Mum and Dad even gave me a male nickname. They referred to me as Mark. They called me it at home and not at home. But I could also scrub up very nicely and looked $10 in a dress and high heels, though I couldn't walk very far or dance. Mum and Dad tried to encourage me with the dancing. They hoped I'd meet a nice lad, because they'd met through ballroom dancing themselves. But I had 3 left feet, so dancing wasn't really for me. I was more of a wallflower, watching all the girls and the boys dancing around. But I do love to watch Strictly these days, in memory of Mum and Dad. Oh, God bless me mum. My mum was a real inspiration to me, and it was always very exciting as a child when she used to bring her work home with her. She, as I said, she drove a steamroller, and to have one of those parks on your drive, well, the other children looked at you with such admiration. They really did. Oh, look, Marion's mum is a steam engine driver. I say, get it right, it's not a steam engine driver. No, is it a traction engine? It's a steamroller. You see that thing at the front? That rolls. She makes roads for a living, does my mum. That was very impressive in the playground, I can tell you. That gave me a lot of kudos. That did, having me mum doing that as a job. And it was also very, very useful having Dad as a welder, because he could fix a lot of things around the house, and we were one of the few people, I think, who had cast iron shelving when most people just had MDF or melamine. I think you can tell how much my parents did mean to me, and I do miss them greatly. I do. You know, there's a big void in my life that can't be filled in any other way, and you know, there are parts of my life that I would have liked them to have known about. But there you go. We all have regrets that we go to our grave with, don't we?